What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode on Keeping It Real with Credit Live. Obviously, I'm your host, Ray from Keeping It Real, and today I'm with
Pedro from Express Auto Lease and Next Gen Strategic Investments.
There you go. So on this live session, and guys, really quick, tell me what you guys think about these live sessions. We're trying to do more live sessions on a week-to-week basis to give more opportunities for you guys to go ahead and ask us any questions. Regarding to, credit questions or whatever the case may be, investment questions, automotive questions, real estate questions, or whatever. We're also trying to go ahead and post some more real results. We have a bunch of clients in our program that we're getting such great results, and we definitely want to go ahead and share that with you, and obviously encourage you guys to go ahead and seek out some more information. And then really quick, what I want to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and post the link to encourage you guys to go ahead and sign up some more. And so, again, actually, you guys can call, an excuse for the makeshift right here. So to call in for our evaluation, you can call in now, 888-424-0058. Again, that's 888-424-0058. Option number one is going to get you in touch with one of our guys over here to do the free credit evaluation. Now, a little bit on, and if we go ahead and continue on, I want to go ahead and discuss the free evaluation and actually what you physically get for that evaluation, because I think that's very important on there. A lot of information is usually divulged within a credit evaluation because we go ahead and dissect and we go over all of your negative accounts and everything that's basically negative impacting your score. And so since a lot of information we've developed, you guys take something home. Which is this right here, and obviously you get this in a form of a PDF and an email after your evaluation is done. And there's just a bunch of information that you guys can take home after what was called for you. And obviously, I have people's name blacked out here, obviously for privacy. But we have a client here that actually started off with us on July 30th, right, of 2019. And really quick, this evaluation kind of goes over. It breaks down some information really tailored to what's on your credit, right? And we're going to go back to this because obviously this is Pedro's expertise on here. It has some information on credit, right, that you get to take home. Credit score references, right? What's considered high, good. And now this is the part that I want to show you here. This guy actually started off with us with a 576 in the 570s, right? Obviously pretty low. And he started off with 14 negative items, right? And everything's on here. And the cool thing about this here is that whatever credit monitoring system that you're using, we put it into our database, and it siphons information to create this very detailed analysis that you get to take home. So you have a clear picture as to what's affecting your score, why is it affecting your score, and so on and so forth, right? So I kind of wanted to show you, and this person is almost done with our program. This is his secondary analysis right here, 1204. So as of 1204, obviously it's the same information on here. But let me show you guys where he's at. After being 570s on here, now he's in the 720s, over the 720s, and still has some work to be done.
Yeah, that's tier one right there for sure.
That's a tier one for the automotive industry.
Exactly.
Right? So remember, he started off with 14. Now he has 6 remaining items, okay? 6 remaining items that we're still working on with this client. But obviously within our program, not only do we focus on removing these negative items, but we really do focus on building your credit, right? So we'll go ahead and send you products that'll go ahead and are designed to report to the credit bureaus and increase your credit score when it comes from there. All right, so that's one client that I want to go ahead and share with you guys. Client number 2 actually started off with us in August 26th of 2019. And again, guys, while you're in this, go ahead and make sure to schedule your free credit evaluation here soon, so we can go ahead, so you guys can take home one of these tailored exactly to what's on your credit report, which is pretty great. So August 26th, we have this individual that started off with a 570, 540, and 608. Okay, and again, these are people still within our program that we're still working with. Today's date, obviously, all right, 12/10 of 2019 Is it the
No,
10th?
today's like the 14th.
Today's the my bad. All right.
Days.
Anyways, a few days ago. All right. And now this client is in the 627th, right? And so actually, and I forgot to mention, they have 9 items left. And I think here, just to show you guys, have, where are we at here? 14 items. Started off with 14 items on here. So again, guys, these are things that that I kind of wanted to show you.
And we're showing you guys this just so that you guys can see that these are real people and these are real results. A lot of other companies or anyone else might have wanted to show you items that maybe out of 14, all 14 were removed. But, you know, we're being completely transparent. Not everything's not always going to happen the first month. It may take a few months. So we're showing you guys that whether or not it takes a month, 2 months, or 3 months, we're getting results, right? And those credit scores are increasing.
Got it. And guys, I'll show you 30-day results. Okay, so these have taken quite some time, and I'll show you some results that we've been able to get within 30 days. Okay, so this individual right here started off with us on 8/26. They started off in the 502s, 509 low credit score, and this individual, right, has 59 negative items, right? So look how many pages of negative items that they have on there, 59, right? And then as of recently, as of the 12th of December, the same person on here, all right, still working on their credit, by the way. Their scores are reading in the 626s, 610s, okay? And now they have just 28 items left. So obviously from 59 to 28 items left. This is something that my processing team, again, this is what we do all day, and we're very, very knowledgeable when it comes to this. So now really quick before we move on over. Now, part of the process and one of the key things that I figured out that is very, very important, I think, to everybody and for us as well, once we establish this company, is communication. If anything, how can we over communicate with our clients once they're in the program to keep them up to date, to let them know exactly what's going on at all times? So
educated.
Yep, and educated. Now, the beautiful thing about what we do here is that, one, we have a trigger, right? We have an automatic trigger so that when our processing department goes ahead and prints your letters, you get a notification of all the letters that were printed and what accounts are included with everything. So there's no question.
Right. There's no he said, she said.
No.
You guys are going to get actual alerts of the letters that were sent and for what accounts they were sent for.
Exactly. We include all accounts all at once on a month-to-month basis for all of our clients, okay? This generates the quickest results. The beautiful thing is that once your results come in and your credit monitoring system updates, our system automatically, once the processors initiate the re-import, right, or the refreshing of what your score was 30 days so that we can see the results of the work that we did for you on your behalf, it generates this right here. And you get an email, right? You get an email of this, kind of a quick breakdown as to what happened within the last 30 days. So this individual started with us on 8/19, and as of right now, their Experian went up 70. They're at 635. It went up 74 points. 687 and went up 117 points, and 674 went up 103 points, with 7 accounts deleted and 1 added. Okay, and for even more clarification, it'll tell you. Obviously, we have account numbers blacked out, but it'll say this card, JP Morgan Chase card, what happened in what bureau, deleted. So we generate. See, all the AT&T Uverse on all 3 accounts, all 3 credit bureaus, deleted. So this report, our system generates for you on your behalf so that every month you can see exactly how many points your score went up or down, how many accounts got deleted, and what got deleted and from what credit bureau. We also go ahead and follow up with you every 30 days to give you a reevaluation of exactly what's going on here with you. Now, let me show you another one. And this one's pretty interesting because we still have some work to do, but I'm going to show you a key factor in what, because this happens actually all the time. This is an individual that started off in December. Now, look at this. Experian has a 573, but it went up 22 points. But look at the beautiful thing here. This person on Equifax has a 702 after it going up 142 points in 30 days. Now look at the key factor right here. 8 points went up on TransUnion, but look at this. 3 accounts reported as updated. You know what that means? That means that we took a late payment and we switched it. We had the account switch it like if they never missed a payment. 35% of your credit score has to do with the payment history. So we're able to reverse a late payment on your credit report to a positive payment that can significantly increase your score. So now you may ask, why are these other 2 scores low and this one high? That's beautiful, because if an account gets removed or updated within a credit report, it was because based on the FCRA, wasn't verifiable, accurate, or complete. All right. So we're going to get the results from Equifax. We're going to copy them over and redistribute them over to the other 2 credit bureaus and ask, okay, credit bureaus, Equifax removed it. They found a discrepancy within the FCRA. What's going on here? Why didn't you? Right. So that one account,
leverage it.
Exactly. The fact that one credit bureau got results this significant should be a pretty good indicator for the other 2 credit bureaus to go ahead and reevaluate their situation.
Based on something that may be a little off subject right now, but for example, for some of you guys who may want, let me see that real quick. Some of you guys who may want or need a car, let's say, as soon as possible, and obviously you guys can't wait for maybe TransUnion or Experian to go up. What we do is we can also find like the banks that are only looking at, like, for example, one of the credit bureaus, right? So like, for example, Mercedes may just look at Equifax. Infinity may just look at Experian, for example. So we can tell you guys, hey, look, apply for a vehicle or for whatever loan you may be needing with this company, right? Because with your score, let's say for this client, the Equifax score was 702. Obviously, with TransUnion, for example, was 565. So it's hard to get approval on here, but if we can direct you towards the correct, let's say, car brand that only checks Equifax, and obviously you would be able to get an approval, right? Meaning you won't have to wait till all 3 scores are up there for you to maybe reach your goal of getting a car or any goal you may have.
And that's the wonderful thing about being part of our program, because not only do we do great work for you guys, but the brand of Keeping It Real with Credit is affiliated with a lot of companies out there that want to be affiliated with us, because again, they know with the reputation and the work that we have, especially with the automotive industry. So if you're looking to get a car, maybe your score is a little bit higher on one than it is on the other, we have actually the contact list. We know what manufacturers check what.
Exactly.
Right. And so we can go ahead and break down to a list which is like, hey guys, these are the only manufacturers that only check Equifax. Pick your cars, and if that's what you want to go ahead and go for, and we'll go ahead from that. Now, one of the last results that I want to go ahead and show on here. So we showed this one. We showed the 7 deleted.
The last one.
It was this one, right?
Yep.
Well, this one, 7 deleted. 8/19/19. This person started off at that date, and Experian, we got a 635 with a 74-point increase, 687 with a 117-point increase, and 674 with a 103-point increase. 7 accounts deleted within the first 30 days. And again, detailed. So I'm showing you this, guys, to show you guys real results, to kind of keep you up to date on what's going on, the impactful work that we're doing here for you, but also to let you know the type of things you guys get to take home with you. Right. You're up to date. Our processors communicate with you every 15 to 30 days. Right? For any questions at all, without fail. You get updated, and you know exactly when your letters are printed. You know exactly when your letters are sent, because we're sending everything by certified mail, read receipt. You're getting an update email to you exactly at all times when it comes over here going to you, and we're communicating with you all the time. Now you ask, how long does it take to be into the program? If anything, I like to explain this to a lot of people. I like to give the worst case scenario when it comes to people, because just know that credit restoration is a process. But I can assure you that every 30 days, you will get some sort of results. Every 30 days. And the reason is that because we dispute all items all at once in the first and every month. This increases the probabilities that the accounts will get removed in the first 30, 60, or even 90 days. I'll tell you this much, it's a lot better than waiting 7 years for things to fall off your credit, or paying collections that we know isn't going to increase or come off of your credit score. All right. So that's something. So now let's go ahead and transition to some of the car stuff. So we can go ahead and, guys, if you have any questions regarding car stuff, Pedro here, obviously one of the partners here in the company, but obviously is still strong within the car game as a credit broker, and he can service nationwide and will deliver the car to you nationwide. So for those of you guys that maybe are meeting Pedro for the first time, what is it that you do?
So pretty much what I do is I have contracts with every brand, right? But the dealerships that my team and I have contracts with, we help them sell a few hundred cars a year. We're talking about 200 to 300 cars a year. So now what we do is we get the cars at fleet pricing, meaning volume, right? And those are the discounts that we go ahead and pass down to our clients. So, and also we have the same program that the finance guys have, like I've said on here before. So pretty much what that means is that we structure the deals ourselves. Normally, when people go to dealerships, a lot of times, whether or not you have good credit, dealerships always try to initially ask you to put money down. The reality is that your credit scores depends on your credit history. But for the most part, my clients really never put money down, just maybe like first month do a signing and things like that. But never like at a point where you say, well, now you're buying a car that's $50,000, and just because the car's 50 grand, now you have to put 5 grand down, you know? So we have complete control of the deal structure, and obviously we go ahead and pass down the fleet pricing savings down to our clients. So that's pretty much in a nutshell how we do and what we do and how it works.
Awesome.
So you wanted to do the comparison here?
So look, we got, so Lisa Sanders saying that we need a car. So Lisa, obviously we all work here together. You're more than welcome to call this number again and ask for Pedro. He could definitely work the numbers here for you.
After the live.
And the beautiful thing is that he does everything with the car's manufacturer, and he has the same program or software that the financing people have at the dealership. So he runs numbers and he does his own numbers from right here. Right. And it can get you actually the best deal possible. Now, as the questions start coming up, and again, no matter where you at in the nation, Pedro can deliver the car to you, any brand. Like he likes to say, from Subarus to spaceships, he can definitely send it out there to you. So now let's talk about a little bit one of the pages that we have here in the analysis that you guys can take home. And it kind of talks about referencing a brand new Toyota Camry. Let's say that the cost is $23,000.
Right. This is like a financing example.
Yeah.
Right. Where, let's say if your credit score was a tier 1, in this case, let's say the credit score was 730 and above. And let's say Toyota at the current moment had a special rate of a 1.99, right? Your payments would end up being $368
with
taxes included. All right. That's with the interest already included in there, and obviously the taxes. Okay. Now in scenario, so I'll put it here so you guys can see.
And it's
the first scenario.
Yeah, it's a 66-month term, guys. So that way you guys can reference it. 66 months term. So we go from there.
And then on scenario B, you have a client that has a credit score of 599, right? So now the banks are obviously not going to approve you at the top tier. So what happens is they say, okay, someone who has a 720 and up, they get the special rate that the bank is offering at the moment, right? Which in this case was a 1.99. However, if your credit score is lower, the lower your credit score is, the higher rate you're going to get qualified for, right? So this customer is getting approved at a 14.99%. So now your payments on the same exact car, there's no change in anything else, but just because of the interest rate, and the payments instead of being $368, now they're increasing to $513 a month, right? So a lot of times when people call here, some people, they have a goal in mind that they want to be able to achieve to get a car, right? Some of you guys may be able to get a car even with low credit, but obviously you're overpaying. You can overpay $100, $200, even $300 a month in excess just because of the interest rate, right? So you guys have to keep that in mind. Yes, to credit restoration, there is a cost, but it's an investment. It's not money that you guys are wasting. So maybe it'll take a month, 2 months, 3 months, right? That you guys may be paying to get your credit fixed. But however, once you guys get the loans that you guys want, that money that you invested, in reality, you're going to save in the first month or second month of
way more.
Right. Because imagine paying, what's better, having your credit fixed, let's say it takes 3 months and you pay, I don't know, let's say $150 for 3 months, or paying $120 or $130 extra a month for the next 5 years, just because you had a lower credit score, which in turn got you a higher interest rate. right? So you guys gotta put things on a balance. So
yeah, and it says it right here. Person B pays $9,616.05 more than person A that had the good credit. And
for
again,
the same car,
for the same exact car. And
in that case, if your credit was good, you could have gotten, maybe instead of being a base Camry, it could have been an XSE, which is one of the top of the line cars.
Exactly.
So now you're paying for a base model the same as someone would pay for the top of the line model, just because your credit score was low and your interest rates came back high.
And even though all cars lose their value at some point, but I rather drive a car that's fully loaded, that has everything, because at least if I want to resell it or trade it in, at least it keeps some of the value, right? Because you have it with all the bells and whistles. If you can afford it, you know what I'm trying to say?
Exactly.
All right, guys.
Do you have any questions?
You guys, we have any questions here so far? We have somebody needs a car. Nice screw to rent a high rise in Miami Beach. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Unless you give 3 to 4 months down. Yeah, they get pretty pricey out there for sure. Yeah, we're not too far from here, as a matter of fact.
It just depends, really.
Yeah. So Christian, it says, yo, Pedro. All right, guys. So now moving on with this. Let me know if you guys have any additional questions when it comes to that. Because this is something that we can help you with. Obviously, Pedro's website is in there. And give us a call if you want a free credit evaluation. And to go into what Pedro was saying regarding considering this as an investment, guys, listen, when I say this every time I talk to somebody, and I don't say the pricing or yes, there is an enrollment fee with us, and there is a monthly service fee with us. The amount determines and is based on the amount of negative items or the work to be done. As you see here, we have people with 59 negative items, and we also have people with 14 or 9 negative items. The pricing for those two is going to be different. But regardless of what you end up spending here with us, it's going to be truly, truly microscopic compared to the amount that's going to be lended to you because you have way better credit, right? Think about that. Just the other day, again, we had one of our guys going to our program, and we removed absolutely everything in as little as 2 months. Obviously, this has to do with income, but in 2 months, this guy got approved for a $30,000 Discover credit card. Now, to me, that's a great return on investment considering the enrollment and the 2 months that he paid for the service. Now he has access to money that he never did before to be able to apply it in ways where it can possibly generate more income
and at lower rates.
And we're going to be talking about a little bit of some of the investment programs that you guys can take advantage of here. And we'll give some details. Obviously, there's a lot more that goes into it. But we'll go ahead and determine that, right? So again, just keep that in mind, guys. Well worth the investment when it comes to credit restoration. At some point, look, we didn't get our credit scores to where it's at overnight. And so obviously there is a cost to it. We are going to pay for it one way or another, whether it's in interest rates or whatnot. But I'll tell you this much. I'll tell you what is expensive. What's expensive is having bad credit, having bad interest rate, high interest rates. Having to give crazy money down, that's expensive.
Buying a home with a loan that's 6%, 7% instead of getting a 3.5% or a 3.8%.
Right.
You guys are pretty much giving away free money just because your credit score is low.
That could potentially go to other things, right? Exactly. That can make you money. Mike Smith, we have a question from Mike Smith. So what about if you owe on a car you no longer have and it's on your credit score? Are you able to approve me for a car immediately? I think typically that'll kind of transfer over, right?
Yeah, there's some brands that are more lenient than others. It also depends, like what car it was, what bank you were financing with. When we send the credit application to the bank, it would be the actual bank for the brand of the car, right? So, like, let's say you're trying to get a Honda or a Nissan, Infiniti, whatever the case may be, we actually have to send it to that bank. So, let's say that car that you returned, if there's a balance that is yet to be paid, sometimes some banks do say, hey, we want to see him do right by this bank in order for him to get approved for the new car. But it may not always be necessary. Right. Maybe if they see that the balance is too much and they know that realistically this guy doesn't have $10,000 right now just to pay off a balance, some brands may, approve you regardless. So It just depends. The thing about credit is, and about bank approvals, is that there's really no way to say you can most definitely get approved. I've had clients that have called me that say, hey, I spoke to some guy at the dealership, my credit is 630, and he said he can get me approved at the best rate, right? And what I tell people is, remember, dealerships, their main goal is to get you through the doors. That's why most guys at dealerships, they don't even give you pricing over the phone or do any of that. And if they do, there's always little disclaimers that they don't tell you. So when you do walk in the dealership, they tell you, well, yeah, the payments were based on 450, but your credit must have been 730. Or yeah, we're trying to get you the best payments, but in order to get that payment, you need to put $3,000 down. Right. So
that's something to keep in mind. Pedro, we got B Water, my friend. He has a 757 and he wants a Nissan GTR.
Okay.
So
it's not just about having high credit or when you're trying to get a car. It also depends on your credit history, right? For example, I've had clients who have amazing credit, 800 credit, right? But what happens is banks consider if you're a first-time buyer, meaning you've never had a car loan before, you're considered in the automotive industry as a first-time in your credit. And so what happens is the banks a lot of times may request a certain amount of money down. It doesn't, the amount of money down is going to go with the value of the car. Mm-hmm. So like, for example, if you're a first time buyer and obviously, some people may want to get a luxury car at first instead of getting a normal car, mm-hmm. like, I don't know, a Honda or whatever, right? Maybe to get approved as a first-time buyer, Honda will only require $1,000 payment, kind of like as good faith, saying, well, you know what, I know that I don't have any car history in my credit, but here's $1,000 to the bank in good mm-hmm. faith, showing you guys that I'm serious about it and that I won't miss any payments, right? And then you can get approved. But however, if you go into a luxury brand where now instead of trying to lease a car that's $18,000, you're trying to get a car that's $40,000, $50,000, then the banks will request a little more money down. How much? That's not like, no one can really determine that until we actually submit the credit application to the bank, because the analysts at the banks are the ones that go through your credit and then make a determination based on your credit score and your credit history.
Well, look, he says he has 100% on-time payments on car loans experience and no repos or bankruptcies.
Yeah, so if that's the case, good. It also depends to remember, you have to have comparable cars in your credit history, right? So in this case, he said he's always made payments on time. His credit score is high, but if the payments on your last car were $300 a month or $400 a month, and now the payments on a GTR are $1,000, $1,200, $1,500 a month, the banks might say, hold on, we see you have good credit payment history, we see you have a good credit score, but you don't have any comparable loans to these. So again, the banks do what's called, they cap you, right? Meaning that, okay, you're going to get approved, but you're going to get approved only for a certain amount. So they may say, look, the payments on a GTR, I'm just throwing this out there, let's say they're $1,300 a month. The bank may say, well, we'll approve you, but your payments will only be approved up to $1,000 a month.
Right.
Meaning that now that $300 difference, you have to come up front mm-hmm. out of pocket, right? Which it actually happened to me with my previous car. The payments that I had on the car before that were like about $600 less a month. So when I tried to get the next car, the bank is like, hey, you're going almost double in payments. So now I had to come out of pocket a little bit of money to bring my monthly payments down to get approved. So
cool, guys. And what was the last have you delivered a GTR already?
GTR
or ran numbers on one of those yet?
Nah, not as of late. I ran numbers on one. The last time somebody called me for a GTR was about 2 years ago. And honestly, I don't remember what the numbers were.
Got you. So Big My Water friend, obviously call us here, right? 888-424-0058.
However, those are really exclusive cars.
Right.
Their GTRs are considered boutique cars. So they're not like massively produced like other cars. So the rebates on those cars can get a little tricky. They're just not going to give those cars away like any other car, because most Nissan dealerships, they might get one, maybe maximum 3 GTRs a quarter or every 6 months. Mm-hmm. So whenever they do get one in stock, right, from factory, they want to try to sell it at full sticker. Sometimes they even sell it over sticker because they know that it's a hot car, mm-hmm. and at the same time, it's very limited.
Yep.
So for example, like Porsche GTRs, right? The GT3s, those cars, Porsche does not sell them under like $20,000 over sticker. Meaning if the car is like $240,000, they'll sell it at 260, 200, or even more. I've seen some Porsche dealers sell the GTRs because they're so exclusive,
right,
up to like 40, 70 grand over stickers. So
wow.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So there you have it. There. Again, obviously, you guys got the number here to find out any more questions. And guys, I'm actually on the chat over here. I'm actually copying and pasting our link to go ahead and schedule a free credit evaluation. This way, one of our credit analysts can go ahead and go over for you, and they'll email you this at the end of the evaluation, whether you sign up with us or not. This is a ton of information that's really tailored and detailed to exactly what's on your credit report, right? And this breaks it down super simple. You have a better idea, a better concept as to what's really going on with your credit, and so on and so forth. Now, really quick, to talk about some of the other programs that we're constantly developing and here in our offices, and that's one of the investment portions. And I think this is very crucial because obviously, if you're following me on Facebook, you're gonna see that I'm gonna be posting for some of the clients that we've been able to do great with. Now, here on the channel and guys, because I see it here, and let me go ahead and touch up on that, guys. Pricing for the credit restoration program, there is not one set price. It's all based on the amount of negative items that you have. The only way to uncover what your pricing is specifically for your case is by doing the free credit evaluation. And again, I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste the link in the chat here. As you see there, schedule that link. Follow the steps. I'm going to text you from my number exactly. And you're going to see, and once we do the evaluation, not only are you going to take this home, but this gives us a clear idea as to what the pricing is going to be, right? But keep in mind that there's an enrollment fee, right, to start the process. And then there's a monthly service fee. The monthly service fee will not be charged until 30 days from the date that you enroll. Right. So there's only a one-time fee but again, it's all tailored and based on the amount of negative items that you have. Again, guys, I'm going to post it here periodically, obviously, on the side there. Click on that link, follow the steps, and sign up for that below. So now, a lot of times on this channel, we always talk about how to increase your credit. Things that you could do to increase your credit score, to take off negative items so that you can look more attractive to the banks and take advantage of the best interest rates possible. So with that being said, we never talk about what to do with that money once we have better credit. Once we reach those 800s and above credit scores and the bank is just throwing money at you, what do we do with that?
Are you going to get back in debt?
Exactly. Credit shouldn't be just to buy your next home unless you're going to flip it, right? Or put a renter in it. And that's something that Elton over here, Elton, say what's up.
How's it going, everybody?
There you go. So Elton is one of the other partners here with us in the program, and his strong suit, what he brings to the table, is real estate, investing and flipping. That's exactly what he knows. And Ignacio, which is not here, is out of town right now. He's very strong in what it is of managing big businesses on a bigger scale. So beautiful thing that all four of us are partners, and I'm the guy with credit. He's the guy with car automotive. Elton is the real estate guy, and Ignacio is the business guy. And the beautiful thing is that we all kind of fill in for each other, and we're like the perfect mix. And by the way, podcasting coming real soon, and we're gonna go ahead and implement a lot of that, and we'll have some very special guests on the show. But obviously, that's something for coming in. So now, really quick, so what to do with that money, right? Credit shouldn't just be to buy your next home or your next car or a TV or just to get credit cards, right? We need to know what to do exactly with that in order to do that. So one of the programs that we have here is Amazon Investments. And tell them a little bit about how that develops.
The name of the company is Next Gen Strategic Investments. And what we do is we open up and establish and fully manage and run, stores for our to the Amazon platform. Right. So what we do is we do all the product research and analytics. We have a team of 40 employees who just pretty much do, like I just said, the product research and analytics as to what products we're going to sell, what products are hot on the market that are trending, which products have the highest profitability. All right. And so we completely manage everything from the shipping to returns to chargebacks to consumer questions. So like if someone's trying to order something on Amazon and they want to know the dimensions because maybe it's not posted on there or whatever the case may be, we completely manage everything. So it's kind of like a fully automated business for our clients. Our clients pretty much, they don't really do anything, okay? It's a $30,000 startup. Starting January 1st, the startup is going up from 30 grand to 35K. And like I said, we pretty much, it's most of our clients are people who have their own businesses or their own careers already, where they might want some residual income. They might want extra income, right? I mean, all of us do. But they don't have the time to attend another business, obviously, because they already have either their business, their careers, or whatever it may be.
Exactly.
So then we offer this to them where it's a business that's going to be under their name. We pretty much manage it and we set it up for them. And so it's an extra, it's an additional way to create income for yourself, right?
The company's called Next Gen Investments, by the way. Strategic
Investments.
And
exactly.
Guys, and really quick, let me go show you some screenshots that I've been posting. We've been posting for what some of the clients are getting. This is one of the most recent posts on here. I don't know if you can. There you go. Some of the most recent posts. So in 30 days, this gentleman is making $78,000 in the month.
That's the sold products as of
that month, right? So
for the last 30 days. So that's not the net profit, meaning that's not what you're going to take home. That's the sold items, the amount of sold items, right? So
these guys, their store has sold $20,000 in the last 30 days.
That was in the first 10 days of December.
And the first 10 days, of December for this account.
So let's say on average, the net profit from that amount could be anywhere between 25 to 30%. Obviously, some items, right, have higher profitability than others. There may be items that have an 18% margin on them. Other items that may have a 30% profit on them. So,
all right, cool.
So yeah,
that's pretty much it. So that's some of the results, guys. Again, if you want to see some more of the results, that's something that we can go ahead and definitely touch on. But it's very important, right? These are some of the topics that collectively we want to go ahead and bring over to you guys, because again, we're always going to give education on credit,
and we can actually set up meetings over Skype, and we can explain to you guys exactly how the business works. Or if you guys are in Miami, Florida, or will be in Miami, Florida, and want to learn more about it, you guys can stop by our office. In the design district, we have a conference room here, and obviously we can explain to you guys what the investment is for, how it works, and so on and so forth. So we're here, we're real people. You guys can come and walk into our office. We can schedule an appointment, and yeah. So
guys, once again, the number is 888-424-0058, or you could click on the link that I'm going to be texting here now. That's my Calendly link to go ahead and schedule your free credit evaluation here with us. It's only 20 minutes, so quick 20 minutes. You take home a lot of information regarding your credit, pricing, and the whole nine. And we're looking to go ahead and help you guys out with your credit. Guys, we went a little bit over the time frame, but nonetheless, this is something that we want to go ahead and continue on every week with more results, more ideas on investments, car questions, real estate questions, business questions, until the podcast is coming up soon. This is our number here. And guys, let me know what you guys think about what you think these videos are about. We kind of want to make this like a little free open range for everybody to ask questions. An open session for everybody. And that's obviously, how we all learn. All right, guys. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for the love and support. Like, comment, subscribe, share with family and friends. And on to the next episode on Keeping It Real with Credit. Peace. Guys, make sure to see the link in the description below to schedule your next free evaluation. Peace, guys. See you then.